You're about to make a decision about something. Maybe you're about to book a travel or a course, or there's someone on Instagram that you want coaching from. This is a little speed bump just to check in with your intuition, just to check in with yourself. If it feels calm and if it feels like a knowing, if it feels excitement, then that could be your intuition. However, if it feels urgent and I need this to fix me and I'm going to pay this person to look at my astrology and see what's going on with my life, that's urgency. And I feel like that's also pain. And that is almost your inner feeling of despair coming out, where you want to feel better, but you're being called to pause just for a minute. And I'm going to help you pause to just see if this thing is actually in alignment with who you are. And actually, maybe this urge could be put into something else, maybe your own research, maybe somatic healing. And I know that sounds so boring when it's like, yeah, let's cause havoc. I'm the havoc maker, I know. But sometimes it's the hardest thing just to say, right, let's slow down for a bit. My Sagittarius, or my moon is in Sagittarius, so I used to run and run and run and run, and I realised it never made me feel any better. I was just avoiding sitting with myself and finding a home within myself. And so I know so many other people who do that. So maybe instead of booking that thing right away, just take a second and see what else you might need. Maybe you can do your own ritual. You could do your own yoga. If you want to pay someone to take you on this journey, you know, they deserve their money too. But can you do it yourself? Check in with yourself first and say, do I have the skills and tools to do this or learn to do this? And how can I start trying to rely on myself? There is an energy of vulnerability here. And what I am feeling is it's like a cycle, it's like a phase. And so when you're feeling low, when you're feeling not good enough, when you're feeling self-doubt, you're almost opening up pores in the protection that you have around yourself, so energy can sneak in. And it might not be anyone else's energy, but it might be your own, I need to do this. When actually what you need is just to breathe, exhale the energy back out, let go of doubt, let go of fear, bring back the sense of love and groundedness and centered. And if you still then feel that way, when you're centered, you're saying, you know what, that looks like a great course. That is your go ahead, that is your yes. But we want to make sure that it's coming from a place of surety and clarity and also self. So this says, be true to your heart. And you see she's got this crystal that's activating. So these courses or these things could be really, really, really powerful for you. But it's almost like you want to be in the state to actually receive all the healing energy that's going on. So I'm wearing black to protect my energy today, but I'm also wearing pink, and this is rose quartz and green aventurine, just to keep my heart open, just to keep relaxed. We've then also got open your heart. So yeah, I feel like you're being called to come back to your heart, which you think you're doing, and that sounds so condescending. We all go through it. Doesn't matter who you are, we're going to have phases where we feel vulnerable, and then we try and fix that vulnerability by doing something. But actually the thing that you're being asked to do is to come back. Maybe put your heart here, or your hand here on your heart. Maybe put them both on your heart and just say, I'm coming back home to myself and my truth. Now, saying that, we do have adventure and we have breakthrough. Flies could be significant because that one just dropped down in front of my eye, and then also I had to let out a fly earlier. And flies are actually adaptability as well. So maybe you're going to adventure in a different way. Maybe you're going to just do more walks in your neighbourhood so that you don't have to sell everything you own and move across the country, where you're going to then feel just even unsafer and unstable. Maybe you're having a breakthrough from your intuition and from your inner truth about what the adventure is that you're going to focus on. You see here, sorry, I've got like some cinematic mode on, so it's a bit blurry. And this is exactly what the message is, I think, is use a magnifying glass just to look in and double check and analyse. Oh, she looks restful. Oh, she's a mermaid. There's water. There's a shell. Am I being called to go to the beach? Am I being called just to relax? What does adventure look like that doesn't have to be so uplifting and chaotic and, yeah, chaotic? But also that fly dropping down and it was really small. I do think your eyes are going to be coming to the surface right now. 222 is the number that was coming up today. And that is basically saying to bring balance and harmony. It is slowing down. It's also the love number 2. 2 and 6 are the love numbers, where it's time to kind of bring love back and bring harmony back and bring peace back. It's not the time for chaotically looking outside of yourself. I took a screenshot of the 222 that I saw, but maybe you want to look it up yourself. But it basically says you're on the right path, just trust and have faith. And so when you're in a state of urgency and needing this and needing that to fix this, that's not a state of peace or calm or even safety. It's scarcity, it's survival mode. There was a quote ages ago I heard that said, if it's a need, it's a wound. And when you know it's a wound, you can actually treat that wound. So we can just imagine that wherever the wound is, you don't need to know what it is. You can just imagine maybe there's a little wound and it's on fire and it's burning and it's sore. And you're just soothing it, maybe with water or rose water, or you're soothing it in whatever way makes sense. So this is the illumination. That's what I was saying about the fly and needing the magnifying glass. You're being shown these illuminations that are helping you see the actions to take. So maybe it is going to be through this video, or you're going to just do your own little breathing exercises. I can sit with you, or just pause me and I can just sit here and you can feel maybe that you have support to breathe. I wasn't able to do somatic healing for so long because I was never a safe space for myself. I'd panic being alone. I'm now learning and it feels amazing. So just taking in breaths and seeing how good it feels to your body. Now I've got another deck here, and so we'll see what that has to say. But otherwise, maybe at the end I'll do a little bit of Reiki specifically for getting answers from within. Maybe it's just one tiny small adjustment, or maybe you get a full-blown breakthrough. That's the energy, please. Yeah, enjoy new beginnings. Celebrate socialized change. Your body can probably feel the anticipation and it's feeling the anxiety, but it's excitement. And I think it's also, that's why it's so important to have a grounded thing, because you've got a new beginning. And the new beginning might be that you're not rushing. The new beginning might be that you're taking your time. So let's talk about this for a second, because if you're starving, you might just take the first thing that comes. You might take this cake and think, oh my God, this is amazing. And then 10 seconds later, a bigger, one that's more aligned with you walks past and you're like, oh, kind of regret now. So regret is fine. It just shows us where we've maybe rushed a little bit too much, where we've maybe not been in alignment. So regret doesn't have to be avoided because it is a messenger. But this energy is saying, like, you've got these new beginnings coming. Make sure they're in alignment with you first. It doesn't have to take long. It could really be a 3-second, like, is that cake the best I could do right now? But that survival mode in you is going to be like, well, what if no other cake comes out? But that's why the 222 is coming into place, is the trust. You can say, you've ordered a cake. You're saying, okay, I'm ordering to the universe the best cake, the analogy, obviously, that's in alignment with me. And they might start to bring something out and it might not then come to you. You don't need to grab it. You don't need to steal it. They're bringing it to you. So maybe just sit in that imagination for a little bit. Laugh and have fun. Smile, positive energy, joyfulness. Move your body, dance, breathe, and flow. So these are all things that can help your nervous system get out of fight or flight. Again, laughter eases so much tension because it's hard to feel well, actually, I'd say that, but I've been a masker my entire life, but I mean like a proper smile. Like, I think that's a somatic exercise in itself, is moving the jaw. So maybe try and do that, because I know what it's like as well when I'm sitting there and I'm like this. That signals to the body too. So maybe it's like, oh, I'm so excited for my cake to get here. And just try, like, sitting there for a little bit and make it sour and stretchy. And then, yeah, breathing, flowing, dancing. Maybe do a little, my dad bought me a little gratitude journal today, which was a surprise. And the pen actually has rose quartz crystals in it, things. And it has the sun on it, which I love, obviously. And it's like gratitude journal. So maybe get yourself a little gratitude journal and fight against the negativity and the pessimism. that might be just bogging you down, because that's why then you're looking outside of yourself for people to save you, because it feels like your energy you need to be saved from, when actually your body is communicating with you too, and you can go into it and just, yeah. Or maybe I got a massage today, and so many things that I thought I knew about my body, she was like, oh, you've got a like tear in the muscle here, and you've got something going on here, and this is impacting everything. Like, oh. So sometimes we do need help, but again, it's almost like things that are going to nourish you rather than take you away from your own power. Okay, what else have we got? Reconnect with Mother Earth, be an open channel. Go with the flow. We've been getting that a lot recently. Let go, rest, manifest. I love how clear it is sometimes. It's like, do you want to book this thing? Go with the flow. Go with the flow doesn't mean that you don't do it. It just means you go with the flow. And that is manifest too. Nature spirits. Yeah, Mother Earth wants you to connect with them. And we had nature spirits yesterday too. So this is a time to connect with nature. Also, the beach really likes to come out. This is here. And then here. So you might even want to get something green that you can wear. Because green was yesterday too. It's flowing. Or you want to maybe try a new hobby or something that's helping you get into this state of, I have all the tools and I have everything that I need to actually calm down, and life is going to bring me exactly what I need. So that's the, yeah, tune in and connect. Yeah, make the like outside life a bit blurry. And tune in. Okay. Any last words? That was notice the signs. Remember who you are. Culture, resilience, beliefs. Yeah. It just shows how our beliefs do make us vulnerable. Okay. Honor the deities around you. Balance yourself. You can pick your own deities. It's just prayers, offerings, help. It could be your own spirit guides. It could be angels. However, I mentioned the sun. The sun is Apollo. Apollo is healing. And sun in itself is so restful. So maybe look into Apollo. He brings creativity and joy and laughter.